I play guitar and gates, and I'm going to be running through my pedal board, my guitar, and my amp. So I'll get started with my guitar. I play a Telecaster Deluxe, and it's actually a Parks Telecaster. The neck is a Fender Stratocaster neck, and the body is a Warmoth Telecaster body, painted to match the headstock. And I bought this guitar used, found it online, and I basically got it right when Gage started up, and I've been really happy with the tone. It's interesting because the neck pickup is wired a little hotter than the bridge pickup, so I get like kind of a little drivier signal, which I really like, especially for parts like tapping and like leads and things like that when I dig into the guitar. And it just breaks up really nicely with the way I have my amp set up. The amp that I'm using is a Mesa Boogie dual rectifier, and I primarily only use the clean channel, even though there are 3 channels. The clean channel, I have the gain turned up, and I blast the master just to get to that point where you get the tone. And I really like the way it breaks up. And for overdrive tones, I use my overdrive pedals. On my pedal board, I'm running through an Ernie Ball Volume Pedal Junior, and that is going into my Boss Chromatic Tuner. From there, I'm going into the Full Tone OCD for my distortion overdrive, and this is my heavier of the 2. I also use an Ibanez TS9, and that I'll dial down the drive and kind of use as like more of a clean boost, or just like a stage 1 gain stage. From there, I go into the Capistan, the Strymon pedal, and that is my favorite delay pedal out of the ones that I do use. It's a tape style delay, and it's really cool because you can build up textures, and when it self oscillates, that's when the pedal really comes alive. It kind of just has all these characteristics and overtones that I can't really do with my other delay pedals. So it's really nice for organic I guess movements in between songs and things like that. From there, I'm running into my TC Electronic Hall of Fame Reverb. Primarily only use the plate setting, but if I want to get a little more wet with it, I'll kind of blast the decay and effects level and use the church setting. Really depends on the song or the situation. And from there, I'm running into the Line 6 DL4, and this is my main delay pedal because I have my presets in here. So my primary delay is, preset A, and then for the other ones, I'll kind of change depending on the situation, or like whatever our live set is, just so I have, the different settings available. And then the last pedal in my chain is the Boss DD6, and I really like that delay pedal just because it has some features that the other digital delays don't have, like the warp setting, and sometimes I'll also use the reverse setting just to add additional texture. And yeah, I'll show you the difference between these delays and how I use them. So the first one is the Capistan. So you can hear like how warm it sounds, and like how the self-oscillation kind of just does its own thing and just sounds really organic. And then for the Line 6 DL4, it's a little more upfront. It's got a cleaner sound, so I'll use that for like tapping parts, like that way you can hear like the actual individual notes a little better. The DD6, I'll layer that on top of other delays just to get just like a crazier delay pattern. And what I do like about this pedal is when you click and hold, you get like the warp just to get some crazy, sound effects in there. And I'll use these 2 pedals as a loop. The Capistan has that functionality, and so does the DL4. So depending on the song and where it is in the chain, I'll use either the Capistan as a loop or the DL4. So that way I have a couple effects that I can use before and after the loop. So if a loop is running, I can basically use my reverb and delay afterwards, which is pretty cool. And that is basically everything.